Hey guys, it's Nye. I'm back for week 2. Before we get started, I'd just like to introduce you to my new friend, the giant Mr. Pimplehead. Mr. Pimplehead has decided to turn up this week because I'm suspecting maybe tea, but not quite sure about that one. But anyway, regardless, he's here and he's saying hello to you all out in video land, YouTube land, etc. So, it is now day 15 since I have taken tea, and very sad to report that the neck issue that I was experiencing last week was in fact some sort of residential leftover bit of man flu. So, which I dutifully passed on to everybody else in my office. So, no real vocal changes yet. Still checking for stuff and not seeing stuff. So, I have to admit that I kind of expected it to be slow, and the endocrinologist did actually say that it was going to be quite slow. So I can't really complain. I wanted to mention something that a lot of the people who know me and who are watching this might actually go kind of TMI about. But one of the things that I have actually noticed is I'm a lot more aware of what's in my pants, so to speak. I can notice the sensation of sitting on a chair, whereas before I kind of didn't really have that experience. So, which is good in a weird kind of way. So yeah, just a lot more aware of I suppose, the clitoral area than I ever have been before, and I don't know whether that's, again, because something's kicking in or what's going on. Really happy to report an increase in sex drive, which is great. Certainly not a randy bastard yet, but certainly not as, I suppose, shying away from it as much as I was, which is a good thing. What else can I talk about? I'm scheduled to go back for my next tea shot in another 2 weeks, so I've got another 13 whole days to wait. And I'm kind of half tossing up whether I should ask them just to speed it up. The endocrinologist said I could do that if I wanted to. Things that I was worried about were increased balding, that kind of stuff. And I know that I have to be patient, but I really kind of want this thing to get started. In other news, I sat down and told the big bosses about my transition and had to explain to essentially the guy that owns the company I work for all about it, all about GID, all about my transition, what it means to actually have GID and all this kind of stuff going on. And that was weird, to say the least. I had two guys at the table who just have no understanding of I suppose, the transitional world and what it really means to have this problem. And turned out pretty good, actually. I was quite pleasantly surprised at how well it went down. So I now have the boss of the company I work for wanting to read my blog and wanting to understand about, what's going to happen, and very curious to know whether I'll end up with more of a six-pack than he's got. So it's going to be kind of interesting from that perspective. So it's good. I'd kind of spoken with it about a couple of people, but it's good to have him know now, because he's obviously the guy that pays my checks. So to have that level of sort of backing is a good thing. My next step is to tell the team of people that work under me. So I basically have to sit down and explain again the whole. Getting really good at explaining what GID is and what happens with transitional stuff, and it's getting a bit rote now, but it's becoming easier every single time I do it, and I think that'll probably keep happening until I have a negative experience, and hopefully I won't, but I accept that some people may not be able to handle that much information that quickly. Then after that, I need to talk to the other managers in the company, and that's pretty much where the decision's been left. So I'm not going to tell every single person in our company, only the people that I interact with on essentially a daily basis. So that's a good thing. And the owner of the company, very, very supportive, as I said, wants to take my lead in how much information I release and how they do it and the support that they provide. So it's overall been a really solid experience from that perspective. There's nothing physically happening to me at the moment, which is, it's kind of, I'm a really impatient kind of guy, and I want it now. I know I can't have it now, so I just have to keep sort of working from that. I just wanted to say that I recognise that I'm really lucky to have the people I have around me who've taken this kind of information and not shunned me or not freaked out or anything like that. And I particularly wanted to sort of mention that I am really lucky to have the partner that I have in Mel. She is going out of her way to make sure that I'm looking after myself, that I'm doing everything I need to do, that I'm booking the appointments with the doctors I need to book, because I'm really absent-minded about a lot of that kind of stuff. Cooking me heaps and heaps of high-protein food so I don't chunk up on all the carbohydrates, because I'm starving all the time. I'm really hungry all the time. And yeah, so it's kind of really good to have that sort of support structure around that I hope that a lot of other guys would have, but I know that probably a lot of guys don't. So certainly hasn't been a very bad experience for me so far, and I'm really appreciative about that. I have had a chat to one of the wives of one of the guys I work with, and she is one of these people that is just a health nut. She's fantastic at what she does. She's got a great healthy mindset, and also does a lot of exercise. It is physically sort of very, I won't say ripped, but she's very, very healthy, and sort of said, look, here's what's going on with me. I have to lose pretty much 20 kilos before I undergo my chest operation. I don't have to, but it's going to make sure that I'm safe on the table. It's going to make sure that I don't end up with horrible dog ears everywhere and that kind of stuff. And she's agreed to help me sort of from a dietary perspective and also from an exercise perspective. So today has been day 4, where I have been doing regular exercise and eating sort of low carb kind of stuff. And I feel good. I haven't felt this good in a while. So it's something I'm going to keep doing, obviously, and hopefully you'll again see some changes over the next couple of months, not just from the perspective of me getting all lovely, hairy and sounding like a guy, but hopefully I'll be able to sort of deal with some of the weight issues and things that I currently have. So that'll be good. I'm looking at hiring some gym equipment and maybe a treadmill and stuff for the house. I actually have a gym membership, but I'm really crap at going to the gym. I'm good at coming home, and I'm just good at coming home. So it would be good if I actually had something here to kind of do that with, rather than trying to actually come home, take a break from work and then go again, because that just doesn't work for me. At the moment, Mel's essentially dropping me. I'm coming home, picking up Mel, she's dropping me 3 or 4 kilometres up the road, and I'm walking back home again, so that I don't have that break as a mindset. So that's pretty much all the updates I've got for this week. I'm not going to do the leg thing because there's just no change. I have 3 beard hairs that have rocked up on this side, and they're about that long, and they're kind of cool. I'm watching them daily to see what they do, but that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really going on, so I will leave it here, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.